엘살바도르에 비트코인 채택 자문을 했던 세계 최대 거래소 BTCC 거래소 운영자 샘슨 모어가 국가 단위로 비트코인을 채택해야 하는 이유를 이야기합니다.
You can see what's going to happen. There's going to be a massive competition to attract capital and to attract Bitcoin, and by that extension, Bitcoiners. So all of these things that are welcoming are going to be done, and it'll be this huge competition. So possibly zero tax, possibly no capital gains. Hard to say, but the thing that most countries need to understand is you can't be the last one that opens up the door and says, here are all the conditions why you want to come here, because, someone will have done it before you, and then it's like, yeah, okay, well, now what? Like, yeah, okay, no capital gains here, but no capital gains in the US. Which place would I rather be? So the more disadvantaged you are in terms of attracting capital and attracting Bitcoin, the sooner the better for implementing some strategy that welcomes capital. And I think it's starting to be understood that money just can't be printed indefinitely out of nowhere, right? This is why I think that the left-leaning people in the U.S., Democrats, they're angry about Elon's cutting of their money printer, right?
실제로 일론 머스크는 트럼프 행정부의 예산 삭감을 자처해 재택 공무원들과 쓸데없는 정부 예산 줄이기에 집중하고 있죠. 샘슨 모어의 말대로 무한정 돈 찍어내기에 흠집을 낸 셈입니다.
But maybe this is sort of a wake-up call. And I think it's also a wake-up call for many countries to understand the nature of the business they're in. They are in the business of running the country to grow, to attract money. And that's really what they have to focus on. And I think in the course of politics and everything, you get distracted, just like normal people get distracted by everything else. They get distracted from the core premise, which is we need to attract capital and we need to attract investment. And if you look at El Salvador as an example, it's really not hard. Just, do some things that are not stupid and say good things about Bitcoin, and people will pay attention and they might move there. They might set up a company there or domicile there or do all these sorts of things. But from our experience talking with a lot of politicians, it's like they don't understand that. One that we talked to, I forgot where it was. I think it's somewhere in the Caribbean. But the whole call was like, we need things. We need roads. We need hospitals. And we need this. So I think almost part of what we do is kind of educating the politicians and governments on how the world really works and why people would care to put their capital or their Bitcoin in that country. But you can already see these wheels turning in the US. They're moving as quickly as I've seen any government move. And David Sachs was saying the Trump admin is moving at a startup pace, which is probably accurate.
Yeah.
But once the mechanisms to acquire Bitcoin are in place, either from Commerce Secretary Lutnick or from the legislation from Cynthia Lummis, I think that's when the other guys are going to pick up and try to go fast. But the question is really, how effective will a fast follow be? And who's going to be the fastest to follow? Those are the questions that need to be asked.
I would love, again, it's been 15, 16 years. I'd love for you to unpack why we are still dealing with Cardano, Ethereum, XRP. These have been scams for a long time.
샘슨 모어는 에이다, 이더리움, 리플은 사기라고 단언을 하는데요. 리플이나 이더리움, 솔라나는 좋게 평가하는 전문가들도 많기에 꽤나 논란이 될 수 있는 발언인데요. 샘슨 모어가 그렇게 생각하는 이유를 들어보겠습니다.
It's tricky. I mean, it's like, the phrase eternal September, right? It's just there's always new people coming in. And it's like a combination of motivation and greed, where they come into this space, quote unquote, like the crypto space, and they see Bitcoin up here at, what are we at, 84 something, and they think, okay, that's out of reach for me. It's a bit of unit bias, but it's also like, they kind of think, I can't be that dumb that I missed this, and I must find something that everyone else missed. And then they look at altcoins and they maybe think, okay, well, yeah, there's this thing with high potential. It's a great blockchain and it's got a great team, and therefore it will, unseat Bitcoin. And you see this from this guy, what's his name? Jason.
Yes.
The guy, the all-in pod guy.
Yep.
But, yeah, he posted something a while ago saying, yeah, Bitcoin's great, but there's going to be something that replaces it in the future. And it's like that, people generally think that they're pretty smart. And I think that's where part of the steam behind alts is coming from. That you have these new people coming in that believe themselves to be smarter and better investors, better analysts, better technologists, whatever. And they're going to pick one of these random things that has the potential to, go 10x or 100x without understanding that, all of these things die over time. Like there is no altcoin that doesn't die off against Bitcoin. And at the same time, a lot of these projects are very well financed because a lot of them have Bitcoin. So they're effectively Bitcoin derivatives using Bitcoin gains to market themselves, make themselves relevant, lobby the government like XRP, and trick more people into buying them. So the solution really is we need more Bitcoin maximalists, period. That's it. We just need more Bitcoin maximalists, and we need to convert more people to Bitcoin maximalists. And it's already a process that happens naturally.
샘슨 모우는 결국 시장에는 비트코인만 남게 될 거다라고 말합니다. 하지만 제 채널에 등장하는 전문가들은 대부분 비트코인을 좋게 이야기해야 하는 위치에 있는 사람들입니다. 고객 자금을 굴리고 있거나 회사 자금으로 비트코인을 구매한 사람들이 많기 때문이죠. 시장에는 정답질은 없습니다. 그럼에도 많은 투자자들은 리스크를 감수하고 돈을 벌기 위해서 비트코인 시장에 뛰어드는 것이죠. 하지만 급등락하는 비트코인 시장에서 급등과 급락을 반복하는 차트를 보고도 개인 투자자들이 욕심과 공포를 떨쳐내고 평정심과 내 자산이 우상향을 하는 것은 말처럼 쉽지가 않으실 겁니다. 저 또한 전업 투자자 생활을 오래 했지만 항상 좋은 자리를 기다리고 인내해야 수익을 조금씩 낼 수 있었습니다. 그래서 저희 앤드류 트레이딩 팀에서는 어떻게 하면 일반 개인 투자자들도 투자 시장에서 수익을 낼 수 있을까? 구독자분들께 어떻게 하면 조금이라도 도움을 좀 드릴 수 있을까? 고민을 하다가 구독자분들도 비트코인이 명확하게 상승 추세가 나왔을 때만 투자를 하실 수 있게 한다면 수익이 조금 나지 않을까? 라는 생각을 하게 되었는데요. 제가 전업 투자를 하면서도 개발자로 오래 일을 했기 때문에 저도 써볼 겸 유료 결제를 해서 결국 만들었습니다. 바로 비트코인이 정말 신뢰할 수 있는 상승 추세인 건지 횡보인지 하락인지 알 수 있게 도움을 주는데요. 지금 보고 계시는 건 비트코인 차트인데요. 제가 빨간색 네모 박스로 표시해둔 곳을 보시면 주황색 61선과 파란색 121선이 교차하는 구간에서 추세가 변동되는 걸 보실 수 있습니다. 실제로 지금 비트코인은 최근에 61선과 121선이 데드크로스 하방 교차하면서 조정이 나오고 있는데요. 제가 운영 중인 앤드류 관점 채널에서는 보시다시피 2월 25일부터 제가 줄 곧 비트코인 하락 관점을 제가 말씀드리고 리스크 관리에 대해서 말씀을 드렸고 많은 분들이 도움을 받으셨습니다. 물론 데드크로스가 난다고 해서 무조건 하락하지도 상승하지도 않습니다. 저희 앤드류 트레이딩 팀에서 개발한 알파빗 지표는 약 8개의 고급 추세 기준과 트레이더들의 노하우를 담아서 차트가 상승할 확률이 높을 때 신호가 나오도록 개발을 하였습니다. 그 결과 저희 전문 트레이딩 팀 또한 판단에 도움받을 정도로 만족할 만한 놀라운 성과를 보였습니다. 시중에 유료로 팔 수 있을 정도로 가치 있는 지표이지만 저희 앤드류 채널 영상을 시청해주시는 구독자분들께는 무료로 제공해드리기로 마음먹었습니다. 저 또한 며칠 밤새 테스트하며 어렵게 만든 지표이지만 구독자분들 성원에 힘입어 저 또한 도움을 받고 있기 때문에 어렵게 공유드리기로 마음먹었습니다. 초보자분들부터 경력이 오래된 트레이더분들까지 굉장히 큰 도움을 받을 수 있는 지표라 도움이 되실 거라고 자부합니다. 신청 방법은 하단 더보기란과 고정 댓글에 나와 있으니 많은 신청 부탁드리고 이번 하락장에서 모두 잘 살아남으셔서 좋은 성적 내시면 좋겠습니다.